What can we learn from 3 equity crowdfunding success stories? Frankly, quite a lot. Let's dive into it. Hello, I'm Adrià Tarrida, crowdfunding consultant. Welcome to my channel. The best way to learn from how to do something is to watch other people that have done it before you and learn from their mistakes and learn from their successes as well. So let's look at 3 stories today of equity crowdfunding successes that can inspire you for your next campaign. The first company in the video is Allplants. Allplants is a subscription-based vegan frozen meals delivery system. I've said it all in one go. Very successful here in the UK. In January and February 2020, they ran a crowdfunding campaign on the platform Seeders in the UK, and they completely smashed their objective, raising 4.5 million. The 3 keys of this campaign, in my opinion, are: number 1, the importance of getting the message right. And specifically in this case, they understood very well their target audience and the customer base as well. They have a potentially divisive message. Veganism is quite controversial at the moment, but they were really conscious in showing the veganism as something that could be easy, could be fun, could be really pleasurable. The food is amazing. I'm a big fan of them. So they did it in a really nice way, not alienating people that might be against veganism. Number 2, the importance of leveraging a community. They had a big subscriber base already when they launched this crowdfunding campaign, and they did quite a lot to make sure that this consumer base knew about this crowdfunding campaign. For example, in my case, I'm a subscriber, and in the box that month I received a leaflet. You can see it here in the image, in which they were talking about this crowdfunding campaign, and they got me interested at least. Perhaps I didn't decide to invest there and then, but I was aware of it and I was keen on knowing more about it. And number 3, they run a convertible round, not an actual equity round. We can talk about it more in a future video. Let me know down here in the comments if you want me to do a video on convertible rounds. But the essence is that they were offering 20% discount on a future round. That's what actually got me. It felt really good value for money. So the next company up is Cocoro. Cocoro is a Barcelona-based fashion company that produces menstrual underwear. I had the privilege to work with the founding team. They raised £362,000 from 366 investors. And let's look at the keys of their success. Number 1, mission-led companies do very well in equity crowdfunding. In this case, Cocoro was talking about their feminism, about their sustainability, about their technology. They are solving a real problem for women in a very sustainable way, much better than the existing solutions, through technology. Investors like to know that their money is going to a good cause. So make sure that you're very clear on how your company is helping on one of the main causes that people have top of mind. Number 2, the importance of momentum. We launched publicly with 80% of the funds already secured. That means that when the community in Crowdcube saw this campaign, they already saw that it was a good way into their funding from quite a lot of people, over 100 people on that private phase of the campaign. If you want to know more about the timeline of an equity crowdfunding campaign, I'll leave a link to another video down here. And they invested along the community of Cocoro. Okay, so make sure that you have that momentum. Make sure that you are a good way into your objective once you launch live in the equity crowdfunding platforms. The key number 3 is that launching in the middle of summer shouldn't be a problem, as long as you've done your homework. As we were talking, it's quite related to the previous point, but we had a lot of momentum. We had done our homework. Everything was ready for during the campaign. The communication plan as well was ready before we launched the campaign. So it was successful. We did it in August and July of 2019, and it was not a problem. So think about preparing very, very well, and do not think too much about when you're launching, because it's not as relevant as people might think. The final company I wanted to talk about, and no self-respecting video about equity crowdfunding could end without mentioning the kings of crowdfunding. Brewdog. What to say about this craft brewery? They practically invented equity crowdfunding. Since their first campaign in 2009, they have raised more than £100 million from 150,000 investors through their immensely popular Equity for Punks scheme. So what are the keys here? Number one, multiple rounds of crowdfunding can work very well. One, to inject money into a company during their growth and not depending too much on one specific investor. But number two as well, to keep their customer base really engaged with customer perks. You have discounts if you're an investor, and also you're invited to their AGM in Scotland every year with free-flowing beer. So that's quite a nice perk and something that you can brag about with your friends. So they're very conscious of that and done very well. Brewdog are not alone in doing more than one equity crowdfunding campaign, one campaign after another. So if you want a video specifically talking about repeat equity crowdfunding campaigns, do let me know in the comments and I'll go and do one for you. Number two, their message is evolving as they grow. They started as this kind of rebel company that wanted to fight against the bad beer, bad cheap beer, bad supermarket beer. And they had a lot of humor as well sprinkled into their publicity stunts. They even drove a tank in the middle of London at one point. But as they grow up as a company, the message is evolving. And it's evolving now to a message of sustainability, as it's the focus of this latest round of equity crowdfunding that you can see on your screens. So think about how you're evolving as a company, as you grow and as you develop. And you can start as a rebel, but it only has a bit of mileage that you have to evolve your message and really tap into other messages as you grow. So finally, number three, you can run an equity crowdfunding campaign on your own website, as is the case of Brewdog in this last round of Equity for Punks. I would only recommend that if you have a really big customer base. You don't need any external people to bring to prop up your already existing community. And also if you have the money to do so, because there's technology involved behind it and you will need to develop your website. But again, it's something that a lot of companies have used effectively, and there's a point in that. Probably in the long term is cheaper. So do let me know if you want me to talk about how to build your own equity crowdfunding system in your own website, and we can dedicate another video into that. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in your next video. Bye.